What is up, everyone, and welcome to this week's Week in Preview video for November 1st, 2010. This is the beginning of my second month actually treating YouTube as a full-time job, and just so everyone knows, we're not slowing down one bit. We are still in full force of being the gaming season, the fourth quarter of 2010, and we still have several major releases every single week. Coming up later today, here's what's on the schedule. First of all, I'm going to beat Fable 3. And so you're going to see Fable 3 footage all day today on DSP Gaming. Also later today you will see this week's Hateful Truth video, episode 15, which is going to cover quite a lot. So I'm going to have to move fast. It's going to have Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, Fable 3. It's also going to include The Shoot and Time Crisis Raising Storm, which are both PS Move games that I played with John Rambo this past week. We're also going to talk about the Red 4 Dead DLC expansion Undead Nightmare, which you can actually find the full playthrough of over on Red Dead DSP right now. And also we're going to talk about Indigo Prophecy, which was the Halloween special, which you can find on DSP Gaming. It isn't a playlist there, and it's actually, I have it as the second playlist on the front page on that channel. Now a lot of people, and I mean like thousands of people, contacted me saying, "Phil, we can't find Indigo Prophecy." Alright, listen. Don't take this the wrong way, but you need to learn how to use YouTube properly. Because what everyone was doing was looking in their subs box, their subscriptions box for these videos. I uploaded those videos in August, okay? So they've just been set to private so that I could release them gradually over the day of Halloween this year. And so you have to understand that not everything on YouTube shows up in a subs box. I had them, the videos were number one on the main page of DSP Gaming. They were the number one playlist on DSP Gaming. They were linked from my main page, TKOHHD.com. People all over my forums were showing people how to get to them, and yet still the view count on those videos is like really low. So I don't know what else I could possibly do besides to tell you, go to DSP Gaming and find the playlist. It's there. It's been there for 2 days now. You're looking in the wrong place. You have to understand that YouTube is not made that every single video that gets put out is put into a subscriptions box. In fact, if I release like 12 videos a day, a lot of the times what happens is only 2 or 3 show up in a subscriptions box, because YouTube is not supposed to flood your subscription box with new videos, even though it screws up sometimes. So you gotta learn to use YouTube. A lot of people complain to me, it's not me, it's YouTube, and the way that you use it was incorrect. So you have to go find those videos if you're interested. A lot of people have come to me and said, "Phil, you're absolutely right. We think this actually is your best playthrough of the year, even better than Heavy Rain." So go check it out and see what you think. But anyway, the Hateful Truth video on all those games is coming up later today. Now tomorrow, what are the new releases for this week? Big new releases this week that most people didn't even know about or didn't talk about. Conduit 2 for the Wii comes out this week. A lot of people loved Conduit 1, thought it was the best FPS for the Wii, and I'm interested in checking this out. I didn't actually play Conduit 1 because I didn't have Wii at the time. Goldeneye 007 comes out this week, which a lot of people did not know. This is the Wii remake where they've tweaked the game. The campaign is newly done. Everything is revamped. And I'm interested in playing that. Interesting story, I never owned 007 for the Nintendo 64. A lot of my friends did, and I did play it. I never played it hardcore like a lot of people did. In this case, I did get the collector's edition. It actually comes with the golden gamepad, which is pretty cool because right now I have one classic gamepad, but I wanted 2 for certain games, and so this is cool. It'll be my opportunity to get a second gamepad. It'll be a special edition one. Also this week, probably what was the most anticipated PS Move game, The Fight, comes out on Tuesday. Problem being, though, is that the Microsoft Kinect comes out on Thursday. So do you really think that anyone, is going to rush out to buy The Fight when on Thursday there's a totally new motion control system coming out? I don't know. I guess it depends on what system you own. For me, I am going to try to get The Fight, but I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to play it, especially with Kinect coming out on Thursday. So what does that mean? That means on Thursday, yes, I will be testing the Microsoft Kinect for the first time. I've been tossing around some ideas in my head of how exactly I'm going to do this, because the thing is, the way that the camera works, it's a full body camera. It needs to basically look at you from head to toe, and what that means is I'm going to have to move my coffee table out of the way for a day or two here to make the room in my living room so that I can play those games. Now, I'm going to try to do picture-in-picture because a lot of people are going to want to see me moving around, but I'm not sure how well that's going to work for a couple of reasons. First of all, I really don't have a lot of space to film my entire body from head to toe in this condo, so I'm trying to think of different ways I can pull that off. And then in addition to that, how exactly can I get a really good camera view of my TV if I'm standing in front of it doing the Kinect? So I'm almost thinking that I might have to angle the Kinect to the side and maybe stand near the side, a little bit up to the side of my TV doing it for the motion while the camera gets the TV. But the other problem with that is if the camera's now on the floor, it's not going to be on the coffee table anymore, it's going to be on the floor on a tripod, and I'm moving around on the floor, that's going to vibrate the tripod. So it's going to be hit or miss. We're going to try it out. We're going to see how it works. More than likely, I'm not going to be doing too much of it simply because of my back. I cannot be standing up and doing these physical things for more than maybe a couple hours. But we'll see what we can get done. And that's pretty it for the game releases this week. Coming up on my partner channel, the TKOHHD, you'll see the usual new things. Tomorrow we'll have an unboxing video for all the new games, and we'll also have one on Thursday for the Kinect, which a lot of people will probably be interested to see the Kinect unboxed and things like that and how it hooks up. We'll also do some of the usuals. There'll be a couple new DSP Tries It videos this week. I'll definitely do a new Cooking with the King. I actually have one already created. One of the DSP Tries It videos that I did this week, actually something that's been massively requested, so we'll see if we can get to it. I have a couple others that are covering the Cafe Press merchandise that people have been asking me to demo for them. So we're going to have a couple of those, and then we're going to also do something that's a fan request. Besides that, there's not too much going on this week. We'll definitely do another Smart Guys, and I think, I'm trying to remember if there was anything else in the back of my head that I have ready to go. Probably not, but I want to remind everyone that for the next DSP Inbox video, first of all, it's not called DSP Inbox, it's called Ask the King. I am taking submissions for that next episode, which will be filmed next week. On my website, TheKingOfHD.com, go to the forums section, register, and go to the thread that's called Ask the King, and you'll see a thread there for that week's episode. Go over there and post up your questions. That's where I'll be answering questions from in the next video. So yeah, besides that, not much else going on. It'll be a busy week. It'll definitely be a busy week games-wise. Even though it is going to be a busy week, there's not a lot of hype releases this week. So it's kind of like the calm before the storm, kind of like let's have some fun playing some FPS games, let's mess around a little bit with Kinect, while we all prepare next week for the big one, which is going to be Call of Duty Black Ops. I think a lot of people are extremely hyped for that game. A lot of people have asked me what version of that game I'm getting. I am going to try to get the Prestige Edition. I did reserve it, and we'll see what happens. That was really cool. I mean, it comes with an RC car that you can drive around, because in the game there's actually RC cars you can put bombs on and drive them under cars and blow them up. So I'm right now that's what I'm planning on getting, but we'll see how my funds are next week. Right now, you know, things are a little tight with, you know, not having having a full-time job, but it hasn't necessarily paid me yet because I'm self-employed right now. Actually, the first official payment that I would receive for doing this as a full-time job won't be till the last week of November. So I won't even know till the last week of November how I'm doing, basically. But we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it. So, very basic, but I want to cover what's going on. Again, please remember, if you want to go watch Indigo Prophecy, which a lot of people seem to complain they couldn't find, it's on DSP Gaming. It's the second playlist there. You can also just simply search for DSP Indigo Prophecy on YouTube. I really don't understand what the big deal was that people couldn't find it. There were about 700 ways to find it, but people who apparently only ever look in their subscription box were like dumbfounded that it wasn't there. If the video is not freshly uploaded, it's never going to show there, so you have to understand that. That's how YouTube works. It's not my policy, that's YouTube's policy. So, anyway, this is DSP. Hope you have a good week. This is the Week in Preview, and I'll see you later today.